Boxes, our first Zoom edition, because sometimes you got to go with what's happening at that time. I'm
Breaking
Dan from
news.
Moyer and Sons.
Frederick sells Frederick and Montgomery County, and you'll find out why.
Ooh, well, something popped up yesterday on my feed on pretty much all social media, and I'm going to read this letter. And it's
Okay.
kind of becoming like a rally cry for realtors right now on the current situation of real estate. So I'm going to read it. It starts by saying, "Hello. I want to start out by saying thank you to everyone. This was a very busy weekend, and everyone I spoke with was very professional and pleasant. Great start to an email. This is where it gets crazy. We ended up with around 250 showings in 3 days on this house. Was on the market. And when it was all said and done, my seller received 65 offers. At this time, they've chosen the one that best terms for them. The realtor representing them offer has been notified and the contract has been ratified. I appreciate everyone's effort." So a house went on the market. 3 days, 250 showings, 65 offers. Have you seen this letter?
I have seen this letter, Dan, mainly because I'm the one who wrote it. So I saw it originally Monday as I sat in front of my desk here at about 7 o'clock in my office by myself. I wrote that letter and sent it out to, I ended up sending it out to every single agent that showed that house, mainly because I had about 80 to 100, whether they ended up sending an offer or not, about 80 to 100 emails in my inbox that I sorted into just that property's address folder of just about inquiries about the offer situation. So instead of blind copying 80 agents or making 80 individual phone calls, which I would probably still be making today, I made this blanket email that I sent out to every single agent that showed the property. Now, that was Monday night. And then yesterday, around three, maybe two or three in the afternoon, I started getting calls, texts, and DMs because this letter was making its way all around Instagram in the DMV. Basically, like you said,
My
as a rallying
co-host just
cry.
went viral.
It was funny, like people I had never met before or knew like that followed me on Instagram were just messaging me about this. But yeah, like you said, it's become a rallying cry, just saying like, look, we need inventory. This is what is happening right now because the inventory is so low. So if you're thinking about selling, you might want to think a little harder because these are the numbers that we just saw at a recent townhome in Gaithersburg over the weekend.
Now, some of the criticism for this is that how did
Mhm.
250 viewings, how showings happen? How did you get to that point? And if you kind of explain the beginning of how you got there, it makes a lot more sense. This wasn't just a normal listing, was it?
No, no, not at all. So I've been working with this family for a very long time. We finally found them a place. So they moved out of their place and their house that we put on the market over the weekend was vacant, which that's point number one. If that house was not vacant, none of that would have been able to happen because it just would have been too much to have that many people going through a house that could possibly have stuff, taken from it, and just liability would have been too much. So not only was it vacant, but the owners had lived there since 1980 and had not updated one thing. So we knew from the start that our target buyer was an investor. Um, Carpet original to 1980, appliances
Wow.
1980, cabinets, everything in the kitchen, all the bathrooms. It had wood paneling in the basement. HVAC was 30 years old. So we knew that our best bet was to market to a cash buyer who wanted to come in and flip the thing. I'm not a contractor, but I wouldn't be surprised if whoever when they go to flip it, they could probably put 75 to
Pricing
$100,000.
it as that investment, you
Mm-hmm.
accounted for that in your initial like valuation, what you wanted to put it on the market for.
Correct. So when I first talked to the sellers, they wanted to list it um, $40,000 higher than we ended up listing it. And I told them, I'm not saying we won't get there, but I said, we need to lower the price. We need to put a two in front of this. If you guys will let me, we have a very unique situation where we can underprice this because we want as many eyes as possible on this thing. And the
Yeah.
more people that walk through this, the more offers we get, you're going to end up with a number even higher than what you expected. And while that is what happened, no, neither me or the sellers expected it to really go as viral as it did and, end up with 250 showings over the weekend. I expected around 20 offers, honestly,
Yeah.
when we did this. 65 was never a number.
But it also shows the
Mm.
importance of following up with your fellow realtor on this situation, where you reach out to them with a simple email saying, "Hey, this is what happened. This is what's going on. We have picked an offer, but I appreciate your patience and time with this." And doing that really shows that getting yourself a wonderful view, but also you went viral just because of that letter of appreciation for people doing this.
And it's funny because we talked about this yesterday when you were one of the first people to call me to tell me it was going viral. I was like, man, well, thank God I actually put time and effort and thought into this and didn't just say like, hey, sorry, there were 65 offers, you didn't win. That letter came from, I probably answered 300 plus phone calls since Tuesday when it went coming soon, all the way to Monday. And 98% of everybody I talked to were just, like I said, very pleasant to deal with, very understanding of the whole situation, very professional. So I was just so happy that an already stressful situation dealing with all of this wasn't made more stressful by any of the agents just being unprofessional or being unpleasant or giving me a hard time. So I wanted to reciprocate my professionalism back to everybody who showed it to me throughout the week.
I say you did a great job. The letter looks good. It's a rallying cry for the current environment of real estate in I want to say the most simplistic way, but in the most direct way. And a good job. But you went viral, man. You were all over the place, all over Frederick, all over Howard County, all over Montgomery County, simply because you did it right and you did it the correct way with the opportunity to also reach out to your fellow realtor and say, hey, we picked an offer of something some people don't do.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And if you haven't seen the fun videos and pictures of me swinging that sledgehammer, you can go back to my Instagram at Frederick Sells Frederick and check those out. Where a lot of agents in my office have been having a lot of fun, just you know poking fun at me for that last week, which that's fine. I get it. It's cool. I put myself out there so I can take it.
Not saying it was funny, but it was funny. You walking around the sledgehammer, holding your phone. I was like, really, really toolbox. I love it. I love it.
Hey man, hey man. The best part was I told my photographer videographer what the plan was,
Yeah.
and he almost got more excited than I was. He was like, "I'm bringing fake smoke. I'm bringing lights with gels on them so we can set the scene." And so he really helped take it up a notch, and I appreciate him and I work very well together. And I love that he has that same enthusiasm as I do and can push the envelope a little bit. I told him, I said, this is MTV, not HGTV for this one.
And it worked, and you got it. Proud of you. That was cool. Way to go viral. But this is just, we're going to do a quick between two boxes while this was fresh in everyone's mind. If you saw that letter, this is the person who wrote it.
Absolutely. We all work together. None of us are competitors. We're all collaborators. So the more we can work together on everything, the better this job is.
And every time you guys sell a house, make sure you realize you know a good mover.
I absolutely. He's actually going to be moving me here shortly. So not only Moyer and Sons, but I might even make Dan come out here and carry a box himself.
I'll just film a little video of me carrying you out. Just me actually.
There you go. That counts. That counts.
That's it. Well, this is between two boxes. We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.